Pablo Iglesias here for the Game Changers of the Month from ESPN Madison, and I am standing with a local legend here, St. Ambrose head coach for the boys basketball team, Chris Zwettler. Chris, on behalf of Zimbrick Honda and ESPN Madison, I'm thrilled to honor you as the Game Changer of the Month. 1,000 career games as a head coach, too. First off, tell us, what does it take to get to that millennium mark?
Well, thank you very much for this honor. I appreciate it. I guess it takes a lot of passion and some luck and great people around you and great family, which is I've had all of those. And so without them and a lot of great assistant coaches and administrators, this doesn't happen. So I've been very fortunate since 1980 to continue to do what I love to do, and that's coach basketball.
What does reaching the millennium mark signify to you?
Just that, it's anything's possible. It's a long journey, and kids are still relatively the same. They're just, social media and everything else, the demands on them are a lot different. And I think there's a lot more pressures on them today than there used to be. And pressure to get into college, pressure to perform on the stage, in the classroom, on the court. And I think those have been big changes that in a lot of ways I think could be avoided and could be unnecessary. But I think the kids are still just kids and they want to go out there. They have a short-term memory, which in most cases is good. I think we as adults need to have a little bit more of a short-term memory. I know there are things that I do have to have a short-term memory about.
I say this in the best way. You've been around the game for quite a bit, and you've seen it go through its changes. What do you think has been the most exciting thing about the changes that you've seen in the game? What do you think has been the most challenging thing that you've seen change?
Well, I think exciting is that, when I started coaching, there wasn't a three-point line, and when I played in the 70s, there wasn't a three-point line. Obviously, that's been a major, major change in basketball. There's a lot of systems now that you either shoot a three or you shoot a layup. You don't shoot anything in between. And that's where basketball is heading. And there are many experts and guys that study it a lot longer and a lot deeper than I do, saying that's the way you got to go or you're just going to get run over. Then the other thing I think has been really exciting for Wisconsin is the development of the talent in this state the last 20 years. Okay, just a quick example of my age and everything else in the 70s, and even parts of the 80s, 60s for sure, we might have one kid come out of the state that's getting a Division I basketball offer for men. Since the 90s now, we're having 20, 30, 40 kids in the state of Wisconsin getting offered Division I scholarships to go play basketball. And that's just a tribute to all of the coaches across the state. And again, they've got it, they can't do it by themselves, so that's a tribute to the administrators and the parents as well.
I love the enthusiasm that you bring to it. I mean, this is a true coach's energy. I have to ask, again, you reach a mark like this, there's got to be that true love, that true energy to keep coming in here every day. What is it, if you could pinpoint one thing, what keeps you coming here every single day?
The kids and the relationships with my players, the relationships with my coaches. Ever since I could talk and walk, I wanted to be around basketball. I'd play board games all the time. I'd listen to the transistor radio, and I'd listen to the Badger games, and I would chart all the stats from the games. I'd listen to the Bucks games. That was my prime of youth excitement. At 12, 13 years old when the Bucks were making the run for their first world championship. Alcindor and Oscar Robertson and the boys, and I just always loved it, so I think it's just going to be there forever.
If you could go back and talk to the day one coach, the Coach Zwettler that was about to coach his first game, and you got to talk with that version of yourself, what's the advice that you would give to him?
Well, there's two things, and I said this to Coach Laura Stavnis at Edgewood the other night. She got her 500th career win at Edgewood High School. I said what you've got to learn to do as you continue to move forward is one, don't sweat the small stuff and try and control everything. I try to control everything. If we came to a warm up and they weren't doing it hard or they were goofing around, I automatically would get angry and figure we're going to lose that game. Try to control everything that they were doing off the court, and that's not healthy. And then the second thing is take more time to stop and smell the roses. Stop and appreciate everything that's going on around you, and being thankful and grateful for all those people around you. Those are the two things I would say.
Coach, I'll put you on the spot. One word to describe all of the memories, everything, this 1,000th career game legacy, and the legacy you will continue to have on as a coach here in the Madison area. What is one word you would use to sum all that up?
Wow. You know, awesome, grateful, you know, take which other one you want, and lucky, I guess. Take any of those three, but all of those combine, and I'm grateful that I've had this opportunity. I want to keep going. It's been an awesome ride, and I hope the ride continues, and I'm a lucky man to have around me all the people I've had, including my family and friends and coaches, etc.
Pablo Iglesias once again for ESPN Madison. Chris Zwettler of St. Ambrose Academy, our ESPN Madison Game Changer of the Month presented by Zimbrick Honda. Coach, congratulations again, and thank you for all that you've done.
Thanks, Pablo. Appreciate it. Take care.